Cheese.
Cheese.
Italy.
Italy Rome.
Italy Rome.
Let's take a trip somewhere overseas, experience things that you've never seen, and there's so much more. So get your passport, think it's time to explore, ayy. And not just one, it's a last. You're now tuned in to the bucket list, dad, ayy. Good times, plenty laughs. You're now tuned in to the bucket list, dad. Hold up.
Hey guys, it's your boy Tangi here, fresh off a trip to Italy, Rome, and our trip to Rome has been just phenomenal. The city is fantastic, the people are beautiful, it's exactly what I expected to be. Both me and Alicia had an amazing time. We did everything from visiting some of the most historical monuments, such as the Colosseum, Fontaine Trevi, the Vatican City, and many other amazing places. We also had a chance to visit some cute places, such as some great restaurants, try some Italian pizza and pasta. So it was just completely one amazing trip. So our trip to Rome, we were there for about 3 days, and there was just no way we were able to see everything that we wanted to see in that time, even though we had a compact schedule and tried to make sure that we got to see as much as possible. There's just so much that we didn't get the chance to see, and we have already been getting a lot of comments and people asking us exactly what did you get a chance to check out, and there's just so much that we missed that we're definitely gonna have to go back there for a second round to actually be able to cover everything. I knew that this trip was going to be very stressful. Traveling with kids usually always is. That's actually one of the reasons why I chose it. Our first trip was Tallinn, Estonia, which was with the cruise, just to slow down the pace, because I knew that once we started taking flights, things was gonna go so much more faster, much more hectic and stressful, especially when traveling with a 3-year-old. We were able to take a 4-hour flight from Stockholm, Sweden down to Rome. The trip itself went by pretty quickly because we flew in the morning, so we were pretty tired. We slept pretty much the whole way there. We didn't have to stress very much. Upon arrival, we arrived around 12 o'clock in the afternoon, which meant that we had the whole day to just arrive, land, and then just get out there and start exploring, which was pretty much what we did. The hotel that we got was a really nice hotel, so I want to do a shout out to Travelbird for really hooking us up with a fantastic hotel, which was very close to the subway, so there wasn't much hassle for us to be able to get to all these great historical monuments and then back to the hotel, and that made it so much easier just to plan our day and making sure that we get to the places we want to go and back to the hotel to rest. Because especially when you're traveling with a 3-year-old child, you can't just go out a whole day and just visit and just go boom boom boom, see all these amazing monuments. At least it just doesn't have the energy or the endurance for that.
Hey, Dora.
Hey då.
What are you doing?
The Colosseum was just one fantastic place to visit. Everything from the history, we got a guide who took us in, and I would definitely recommend it. For, I think it was 15 euros, you can just go into the Colosseum without a guide and take a look around. But if you add an extra 20 euros, you get a guide right outside. He will take you around, he will explain and give you a history and just a lowdown, and it's just so much more. It adds so much more value. Because even though, you know, most people traveling to Rome know about the Colosseum and the history of the Colosseum, and that it was actually used as a propaganda machine in old empirical historical Rome, having a guide tell you the history of the restoration of the Colosseum, as well as some of the activities that used to happen in the Colosseum, in the arena itself, it just adds more to the experience, and we really enjoyed it. Me being a history buff myself, I would consider myself a student of history and really love Roman mythology and Roman history. I enjoy reading about the time of the Caesars, everything starting with Julius Caesar to Augustus and onwards. I really find it very fascinating. I mean, one of my absolute all-time favorite movies is Gladiator, which centers around the Colosseum and the arena itself. So going in there, I don't know, I was expecting to get one of those gladiator moments, you know, that got that feeling, and I did. It was just fantastic. The atmosphere was fantastic, the history. I just completely learned a lot about the Colosseum and the mentality of the people during that age. And what is visiting Rome without getting a chance to check out some Italian Serie A football? And that's exactly what we got to do. We went down to their club stadium and checked out AS Roma play, which was an amazing treat. We have some friends that we met on the plane that went with us or invited us to this game, and we really had a great time. And I would definitely recommend, if you're ever visiting, to check it out, because it was just an amazing atmosphere. And what they did is that they have this way of creating so the atmosphere works even for kids. We also had a chance to check out Vatican City, and that was just phenomenal. There was a lot of people there, and again, we were really lucky because we managed to get tickets so that we went in a different way so that we could skip all this long queue. And I would recommend that as well if you're ever visiting Rome and you're going to check out Vatican City and you definitely want to be time conservative and effective with your time. Check out the Vatican City Museum. They actually offer tour guides so that you can completely skip the queue. There's this long queue that starts off at the Vatican Square entrance, and it just continues all the way. It's the best way to check out Vatican City and just skip that queue so that you're time effective is that you go the other way and you go in through the Vatican City Museum. Buy tickets, which is actually a little more expensive. Instead of 24 euros, you end up spending about 50 euros, a little more pricey, but again, it comes with a guide, which is fantastic, and you get to listen and you get to hear so much more and find out so much more that you didn't know. And it just adds more to the experience, having somebody explain to you what you're looking at rather than just going there and just checking out some amazing sculptures and going, oh yeah, okay, or amazing pictures and going, okay, yes, this was drawn by Michelangelo. It just gives you a whole different experience. So I definitely recommend you guys do that if you're visiting Rome. One thing I can definitely say is that I am so grateful for my daughter, and I think this is something every parent learns, especially when you're traveling with them, because the amount of energy they have is just phenomenal. They have so much energy, and you constantly need to be on your feet to be able to keep up. There's a lot of things happening when you're traveling, a lot of things you need to keep an eye on, and it helps to be well prepared, especially when you're traveling with a 3-year-old. That's one thing that I've definitely learned. I've been prepared since I've traveled with her before. When we've been doing this bucket list videos, I got my camera. I'm trying to film and capture everything. At the same time, I have my passport, and I need to go through passport and security controls. And I got Alicia, who is just curious about everything, and she wants to run around. She wants to find out what's going on. She wants to just be a part of the whole experience. And you really need to be on lock when you're doing all this stuff. And I've really learned how to prioritize, how to plan well in advance, and how to make sure that I've got everything on lock. It's a learning process. I don't think I'm 100% there, but these travels are definitely one of the best stress handling activities I've ever done, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm really grateful that my daughter is teaching me this, because I'm learning how to be a dad on a completely different level, and having patience with her, being able to talk to her in a calm manner, and try to tell her what's going on, and make sure that she understands what's going on, and that she keeps calm and follows directions, so that we're able to do everything as smoothly as possible, and be able to have a great time while doing it, and capturing everything what we need to capture while still enjoying ourselves. One thing I love about Alicia is that she's such a curious and loving person, and this makes it so much easier to travel with her, because just making new friends and talking to people just comes naturally to her, and this is just fantastic, which was very evident because we made a few new friends from this trip. They are a couple from Örebro, and they're also creating their own travel channel. You can follow them on Instagram. They're called the Swedish Travel Duo. They are a fantastic couple, and it was just such a treat to meet them, to hang out with them. Follow them, follow their channel. They are also doing some traveling of their own, and so that's a shout out to them. Albert and Rebecca, love you guys. Thank you so much, and it was so much fun meeting and hanging out with you. We hope that we'll meet you guys again on some other amazing adventures. The total budget for this trip came down to about 400 euros. That might sound very little. For some it might sound a lot, but I think that it was good. It was within budget. I think the most expensive thing that I spent on this trip was the taxi, and that's just because of my own ignorance and not having done thorough research from the start. Besides that, I think that everything else came pretty cheap. The food was super cheap. Amazing cute restaurants in the night where you could just sit on the side of the street and have some pasta, and just great atmosphere, listening to street performers, and even the football game itself. Great prices, cost like 20 euros to watch the football game, which was just fantastic. Great atmosphere as well. Overall, definitely worth it for the money that we spent. And again, thank you for all our sponsors and everyone who is supporting our channel by downloading the application Kri and helping to sponsor our travels through downloading that application. It has definitely helped us a lot and has done a huge dent in our budgeting. Thank you to Travelbird for hooking us up with the travel. It definitely helps us being able to minimize our costs so that we're able to do more and see more for less. That's it from our travel to Rome. There are a lot of things that we got to do that I didn't get a chance to talk about, but definitely an amazing city. We're definitely going back there. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, tell us what you thought about the video, what we can do better, and give us some tips on what other places we should visit next. Also, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube. Our handle is bucketlistdad. Check out the link down below in the comments down below. Remember, if you love our videos, help the channel grow. Like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. We would love to hear more from you. We love you guys so much and thank you. We'll try to keep it interesting and see you again on our next travels.